The lesson for today on Friday the 13th is on Timothy's letters. The letters to Timothy were written late in St. Paul's career and were written to assist Timothy with battles against false teachers, and they were stressing knowledge. Special attention was given to correct doctrine and church organization, with less said about the second coming as compared to earlier letters in Paul's career. These letters are addressed to the one who shepherds the congregation, versus the letters which were addressed to the congregations from earlier. Timothy was converted to Christianity by Paul, having been raised in a split house. He had a Jewish father and a Gentile mother. Timothy had been Paul's companion on his second and third missions, and was often sent on special missions noted in numerous places in Acts of the Apostles, 1 Corinthians, and 1 Thessalonians. He was later described as the administrator of the entire Ephesian community. The Gospel has the identical designation of hypocrisy that was previously laid upon the scribes and the Pharisees, and now is being laid upon the Christian disciples for their being concerned of faults of others, but ignoring their own much more serious offences, the splinter versus the wooden beam. These hypocrites' designation on the Christian disciples come both here in Luke as well as in Matthew 7:3-5, and deals further with the correspondence of behavior and thought. These verses are not a prohibition of recognizing the faults of others, which would be hardly compatible with the final two verses. Quote, "You hypocrite, remove the wooden beam from your eye first, then you will see clearly to remove the splinter from your brother's eye." Close quote. But it is from passing judgment in a spirit of arrogance, forgetful of one's own faults. In Matthew 7:1-2, the preceding verses, they have the stop judging verses, which we ended with on Wednesday. I wanted to briefly bring to your notice something which I will discuss over the weekend. An old article which came again to notice yesterday, Wednesday. The former President Jimmy Carter's denunciation and departure from the Southern Baptist Convention, which occurred back in 2009, but the article reappeared just Wednesday. Search Google for this statement. It was January of 2009 that this was printed, but someone informs me that it may have occurred in 2000. It is a very strong statement, and it shows such power of faith and strength in God and Christ. This is one of the false churches against which I spoke and we prayed earlier last month. And so we will talk over this, shall we say, statement of purpose this weekend. As ever, those that do not join us for weekend scriptures, be safe and know that you are in our prayers. For all, may the peace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with each of you always.